Hello there. Today we're going to give you an honest review of Heroes of Might and Magic Olden era. And Olden is right. This game here plays just like all the other traditional Heroes of Might and Magic games, which is a good thing because some of the newer ones later on weren't as good as the older ones. And this, tries to get in touch with the older style on that. Right now it is just a demo. The early access is coming out. Early access is just going to have the multiplayer and like one campaign, and they're going to add a couple more factions. Right now in this demo there is just like 5 different factions, and they're going to be different. You're not going to be starting off with some of the basic factions. They wanted to impress you with some of the and some newer ones with newer skills and things like that. But let's get started and load up one of our games. The loading times are a little bit long, so sorry about that. But yeah, right now there is just 4 maps and skirmishes in between them, where you can just pick. You can't even pick how many number of guys you fight on those maps. Well, maybe you can. I just didn't see it. Like the help menu's not there yet. These heroes can be upgraded too, but each of these factions have a unique skill that your heroes automatically start off with. So all the heroes from that faction are going to start off with one. You can pick which ones you have at the start too. So this isn't the campaign. When you pick your hero, you can pick what their starting ability is, and there's 12 different options to pick from the different skills they have. But as you can see, this game is it just looks nicer. It is clustered full of resources and stuff to pick. There is a lot of things that will permanently increase your hero stats, all over the place. So this here last map is pretty big to go ahead and explore, and they have the different terrains and stuff like that. You just can't zoom out very well. You can see I got like the 3 cities here, the 3 cities there. Other than the heroes here, we can check them out. You got the same number, 8 skills, the one that you got to start with. But all these skills, they have 2 different other special level up abilities that they get that you can choose from. You choose from 1 of 3 options, and for their morale, I chose a morale reduction for the enemies when I fight them, so they get a -1 to their morale when the fight starts. So that's pretty good, and of course, the morale's pretty decent. You get a chance at extra attack in this game, and then this other one here for this leadership skill. If I'm outside my character's comfort zone, which is this here frosty area, he's going to get like a +3 to all his stats, which is pretty nice, and a better scouting radius automatically for him. So yeah, then you have all the basic things that you had before. You had relics and armor for you and all this stuff. And all these things can be upgraded. I'm just out of the currency right now to actually upgrade them, and your spells and stuff like that can be upgraded too, as with your units, which have 2 different upgrades for them now too. So they have up to tier 7 for the units, and the units have special abilities, which you get currency. They charge up during the fight type of thing. Same with your hero. He has a special skill that charges up too, that you can use to do some extra damage, along with the regular thing like the spells that we're all familiar with, and some new spells, and they just call the schools differently and all that kind of stuff. And then we can go here to, this is the other part of the new system they have. They have a law system, so you get law points every level, and you get some points for it too. So you level up, you get a couple points, and you can place them wherever you feel like it. You add some more gold resources every day. You can power up some of your units, and then as you level them up, you get access to better ones. Like if I wanted to do this one here, this is strength number 4, so my tier 4 units are going to get more attack and defense, and I can do it twice if I have the actual law points for it. Then you have your spells right here. So then this is your school spells for tier 1, tier 2, up to tier 5, and some of your other secondary spells or whatever. And then you can click on these guys here and upgrade them. Unfortunately, you can only upgrade them once at the moment, and then it says you can't do it nowhere. But then I'm out of currency after I do it, so it just makes it a little bit better. Or you can even just unlock them, right? So you just spend some resources. Hey, I don't have this spell. I can unlock it. Now I got it. Now I can sit there and upgrade it. And like this one here, just plus, it goes up to +10 for hero spell power for the hit points restored on the guy. But yeah, you have that. And then the different special hero abilities, all the basic stuff. We can check out the towns, because that's usually an important place to go. You can see your growth rate on here, and unlike the other Heroes of Might and Magic games, when you upgrade your walls, you don't get an extra boost to the number of units that you're hiring. So that doesn't work for that. So maybe some other factions might have that as a special thing later on. But there is a lot of different things going on here. Like you upgrade this, you upgrade your hero cap, you upgrade your law points too with your gold automatically, and then the bank in this one here, the treasury that does gold, and that one does the resource depot. You get all these different things, and that this faction, for example, just uses mercury for its special stuff, not all the other things. So that's all you get for your special stuff. But yeah, it's just the whole same thing. It's the same thing all over again. You get your upgrade, and then you can upgrade your get your regular stables, for example, then you upgrade your stables to tier 2, and then that goes on and on like that. So right now, stuff just goes to tier 2, but on the upgrade options for your creatures, it's pretty easy. Your guys here, you can click on this guy here, it's got an upgrade. You get 2 upgrade options now, so you can go there and pick, and so he has these special skills, or I could pick this one here, and once you upgrade them, like if I upgrade it to this guy here, for example, I can go in there and switch it anytime I want. I want to go to this guy instead, so change my upgrade, and it won't cost you anything. So you can go back and forth and test them out there and see their abilities. You can see it right here. So changing their upgrade, it does this. It gives them more initiative, more damage, but less this stuff right here. But you have to check out what their special abilities are versus them, right? So he's going to be having a different ability. Sometimes the regular tier 1 units will upgrade and have an option to do a ranged attack. So you got to pay attention to that. Like these guys right here, for example, can upgrade for a ranged attack if I actually build that. I think there it is right there, ranged attack, and he doesn't have ranged attack. So yeah, that's probably a good upgrade, and yeah, this one here doesn't have that. So it's up to you when you pick for your upgrades, depending on your playstyle. So it has a little bit more options on there. Everything else is basically the same. You hire a hero for the one time, and the units go down to 1, so you can't cheese that out there. Lots of the other things that you used to be able to cheese out before don't work. Like diplomacy used to be really awesome. You walk into a unit over here, and you sit there and hire them up there. They're then they would be free. But now they're not free so much. Now they all cost a ton of money. Like these guys right here, trying to hire them, but at least you get to pick and choose which ones you're hiring. So if I only wanted the guys that say 26 on there, I could just buy those guys if I had diplomacy on there, but they are very expensive. You're looking at a big, huge, whopping chunk of gold, and you try and play that way, you're going to end up losing because you're going to miss out on your upgrades and other upgrades and stuff like that. But that's, and that's how they balance it out there, so it's not that cheesy. So you can't just run through there in a space fashion mode and just hire everybody you get, and then hire all the new guys and run amok so easily as you could before. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging in that regard. So no easy mode on that, at least, because you have to use up a lot of your gold to do that. But it is kind of convenient, and it does look nicer. You can see all the different things, but it is going to be a long playthrough to go through all this. Like I'm already at week 2, and I just did this much right here because the heroes can only move so far every time, and there's just so much junk to pick up, and you have to go there and explore everything because the experience shrines are everywhere. All these places to give you permanent stats for your hero everywhere. There's one there, there's one there, there's I think that might be one that gives you something bonus. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there's lots of stuff for the weekly stuff, and go in there and collect units, and it's just all the turn-based stuff that you normally go through, right? And you go to your next turn, your hero's ready to go, your turn begins, you click on them, and then what's he doing? Like he was already visited this, he was here. I think I was going down this way and checking out this shrine, get some experience, for example. It's just turn-based, run around, collect your experience, and then fight the guys, and then you go into combat. You can go there and destroy them or let them run. You can see what the results are for the auto combat right away and just go, hey, that's good, I won them all. Or you can check out what the battle looks like. I'll just show you what this battle looks like, and then that's going to be the end. You got your tactical phase, so I don't have the tactic skill, but I can move these guys. I can move these guys around a little bit, swap them around if I wanted to, start the battle against these little weaklings. But yeah, there's this, there's that special skill I'll talk about that hero has. And these are the special skills they have. I don't have enough charges to actually use them. And then you got your spells you can use in combat and all that kind of stuff. Is there an auto fight? No. Surrender, flee, never even bothered. There's other special skills you get for skipping and attacking, but just regular stuff that you do, and there's no fast forward on there either yet, which they really need. Having like a better auto combat on here would have been nice. There you go. It's got a morale boost. Go there and take the hit. You probably lose a unit maybe, and attack. Yeah, lost some health. And can I attack? No, don't have a ranged skill. Or I could use this guy's hero ability, right? And this guy, just bam, splash it off, do good damage. I don't have any other skills he can use. And this guy here can go broken arrows. That guy, I guess. Killed him, and yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah, they don't have the auto clicking going on pretty well either, right? So they have a little bit of work to do on the combat, on their movement and stuff like that to make them go. Like if I wanted to go here, just they should just make it go towards that direction at that maximum duration. This is kind of weird that way, but anyways, combat is it's easy when you're way overpowered compared to the guys you're fighting. But yeah, that is how it can go. But then you can just go destroy them and accept the results, and then bam, you get your experience. So it can be fast, and then you can go around and pick up all these different artifacts and stuff like that. Yay, 6,000 experience, that type of thing. You get a spell book and whatever. I think I clicked on that. Get my mana back. But yeah, that is what this game is all about. But yeah, it can be a lot faster if you want to go fast and get the experience and all that kind of stuff and the rewards. Yeah, that is about it. So for me, it's an okay game. It's pretty decent right now as it is, but there's not much to do in the demo. You got to wait for the campaign to really get going, or the player versus player if you like that kind of stuff. They're going to have a map editor too, by the way, on there. So yeah, we're going to be able to edit our own maps and play our own. Hopefully they do it smart and have all the basic maps on there, so you can edit those and then change them around there. So you have an easy way to start off at least and learn the different things to do for your maps. But then you'll be able to access other people's maps. I would assume if they're posted and they pass and people don't write weird things on there, like making your map look like a big dick or something like that, because that's going to happen. But anyways, there you have it. So I got a law point on there I could spend on something, but I don't have enough to actually get anything good with it yet. Well, yeah, just lots of running around exploring, a lot of time used doing on it. But it does have that same drawback as the other old Heroes of Might and Magic does. Just wanted to mention that because there is that drawback of when you go in there and you're playing on hard type of a deal, you're going to run into the guys that that just walk into your base and one-shot you, because I still don't believe that they actually have the hard settings down properly in these games. I think they just give them more units, basically, right? They start off with stuff, and if they start off the game with extra units, it's no good. I just want to play with against a harder AI, not play with someone who starts off with like 2 castles and you start off with 1, and they start off with tier 5 units and you don't. That's kind of like, that's not really hard. That's just an unfair advantage, basically. And you want to make it hard, make them play smart, and that's about it. I want the fair play type of thing, and them being good, instead of just being bad. But anyways, that's me. I'm not going to really rate this game. It's passable. It's good enough. It's just a demo right now. If you're into the turn-based strategy games, then definitely want to give it a try and check it out and see if you actually want to play it. That's why it's pretty good that they have a demo for free on Steam there. But yeah, that is it for me. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.